Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be dropping a review on Baroque Satin Oud. So this is the bottle. We're going to get into it in a minute. I just want to show off the bottle real quick because on this fragrance they have two of them. Now the other one is spelled Baroque but different with 2K. I'll put it on the screen. It's 2Ks and this one has a Q-U-E. And I think they're both called Satin Oud. I almost want to buy the other one as well just to see if there's a difference. So now that other bottle I was talking about, it's gonna look like this. So you see the bottle is like square, this one's round. Now it's just gonna be this color. So yeah, like I said, I'll probably end up picking that up down the road. So this is, I believe it's by Maison Alhambra, and so is the other one, to my knowledge. So I might order the other one as well. They're pretty cheap, like 20 bucks or so. So, you know, to buy both is not the end of the world, right? Hearing this a few times, it's it says it was launched in 2024. I don't know, I could have sworn I bought this like a year and a half ago. So back like in the end of 2023. But I don't know, it says 2024. You know, I can't, you know what, I gotta go back to my account and I'll see when I bought it. Maybe it was 2024. But anyways, this is a clone of MFK's Satin Oud. Woo! That's a good fragrance. That one's really good. I enjoy it. And this is supposed to be a clone of it. So it's classified as a leather fragrance. If you do not like leather, do not let that scare you off. This is not a leather fragrance. Have been wearing this the last 2 days, so we'll talk about it a little bit, but I like spraying myself during the video, so kind of refresh my memory of what it is I'm getting here. The opening is not too bad. You know, a lot of times you get a strong alcohol feel. That does not bother me in general because that lasts 10 seconds, right? Here you don't get much of that. You don't get much of that. And what you're gonna get here predominantly is gonna be a rose. But if you don't like rose, don't worry about it. I'm not a big fan of rose myself. This rose is like very pleasant, easy to wear. It's kind of unisex, anybody can wear it. It's a light, clean rose. Now, let me check the notes real quick. But before we go any further, I gotta tell you, in the opening, the first 2-3 minutes, it's like all the notes are kind of jumbled up together. You could get some of that rose, and especially if you already worn it, you know that's kind of like what you're expecting. So you get some of that, but it's the rest of the notes are kind of like they're still settling in, right? So nothing really stands out. You just gotta give it a few minutes and let it do its thing. Here it says saffron, cinnamon, cardamom, and tangerine. Wow, that's interesting. That's tangerine in the opening. Mid notes is rose, agarwood, iris, jasmine, and base notes are vanilla, amber, leather, and patchouli. I don't get any of that tangerine. I'm surprised that's in here. Okay, first let me just talk to you guys about the longevity on this, right? And the performance in general. The original is far stronger than this. You just need 1 or 2 sprays. And there is kind of a difference in the quality. And I don't usually always point that out because a lot of times it's like barely even noticeable, right? But on this, it is like more noticeable because the original is very high quality. And this one, the performance, it's fine. But the other one is like bordering beast mode, right? Or we could probably, I tried that a few years ago, so can't remember how strong it was, but I remember it being pretty strong, and this is more moderate, right? Like it's if we went by performance, I would say it's like about a 7.5 as far as projection for the first 2 hours. Next 2 hours, about a 6. So that's 4 hours in, we're going from a 6 to like a 4, because once you're like in the 5th and 6th hour, it's like a 4. And it kind of stays there the rest of the wear for like 8 hours or whatever. Does it last longer than that? Maybe. Usually by then you're back home, you shower, you've removed it, right? So it's gonna last you the whole day. You don't gotta worry about that. But after the first 4 or 5 hours, it will be more like a 4. So it won't be as strong anymore. But it definitely projects pretty good those first 4 hours. And even after, it's still decent, right? It's still stronger than other fragrances right from the beginning. So yeah, I have no issues with the longevity or the projection on it. Let's get back to that rose note. Like I said, it's kind of like probably the predominant player. Along with some of that oud, you get a little bit of that woodsy smell. But what I really like here is the rose, because you have these thick, dense, waxy roses, right? Almost like lipsticky. And I think that's like more like a Bulgarian type rose. This is a light, fresh rose. It's very clean. I wouldn't say it's watery. It's almost more like powdery because there is vanilla here and amber. And I know vanilla can give you like a powdery sometimes texture when you're smelling vanilla in fragrances. So it gives you that type of vanilla, that powdery texture. That's how the rose feels. Along with the vanilla, you get those two notes. Has some of that oud there that gives it almost like a earthiness, a little bit of dirtiness, but very much in the background. It's more lighter. I feel like you get more of the vanilla and the rose, right? And this rose is like, it's the star of the show to me. I really like the rose, the way it's done here, cause that thick waxy rose. I feel like I'm more comfortable in this type of rose, right? That one is a bit old school in my opinion. It's very strong, and it's a lot of times considered more for like an older generation. Of course, we can wear whatever we want to, and it also depends what other notes are around it. That thick rose is typically mixed with oud and saffron, right? Or with vanilla. This rose is almost think more like the rose on if you've ever gone to a public restroom and they have that. Let me put this away real quick. That hand soap when you're washing your hands and it's pink and it's clean, soapy. So I mean they probably sell it in the stores too. I usually buy a more fresher take on hand soap. But anyways, so it's like that kind of a texture, but it's not soapy. It's more powdery than soapy. But it gives off a very clean feel to me, and some sweetness with that vanilla. In here it has patchouli and leather, so I think that patchouli is what gives it a little bit of a earthiness. So it gives it a little bit of like an edge, right? Like oh, it's not just a clean rose. Like get a little bit of earthiness in there to keep it somewhat interesting, I guess. Even though I like it just with just the rose and vanilla, it smells really good. But yeah, we get that patchouli and that leather. That's at the base, holding everything together. Now, I've never worn this more than 8 or 9 hours because by then you shower, you change or whatever. So I can't really tell you how much longer it would last and what would be the deep dry than what would we be left with. But based on what it says here, it's gonna be that leather and that amber and patchouli. One between those three notes, right? Maybe the leather and patchouli. I have no idea. Every time I've removed it, I still had that vanilla and that rose, and then maybe some of that saffron. You do get some of that kick, but it's mainly a clean rose with some sweetness. If you smelled satin oud, you're pretty familiar with how this is gonna smell. Now, in my opinion, because that other fragrance is pretty expensive, even online it's like $200. But I think that's one of those fragrances that's kind of worth it. If you like that scent DNA, to me, I think it's one that if you have that extra money, it's worth buying it because I do like it more than this one. But this is really good. I'm really happy with it, especially for $20. I mean, this could be a $100, $80 designer at the mall, and I would have still been pleased with it. So yeah, guys, that's all I really got to say about this one. Would this give you compliments? Yes. If somebody likes that clean rose, it's an appealing scent. It's like it's like a mass appealing. People will enjoy it. Nobody will be offended. It's not weird or anything like that. But it is slightly different from what you're gonna smell all the time, right? From your everyday stuff. So yeah, guys, this is something that can please like both groups, right? So that's all I got to say about this one. Like I said, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. That way on your feed, it'll notify you next time a new video drops. Other than that, I'll check you guys out next time.